Well, folks, good afternoon and a pleasant welcome to Spoon TV. Here we are at the Blue Lake, where the Monrovia city government and the city government of Freetown have come to visit the Blue Lake. For some of you who may have heard about the Blue Lake in Bombay County, this is the lake, and you have the city mayor of Freetown and Monrovia paying visit here for the first time. This is part of beautiful Liberia. For some of you who this is your first time, welcome to the Blue Lake. There, man.
I mean, there's a fight of it's time probably to set eyes to the view people. And the young people, the president of the county, and also the management chairperson for the Blue Lake. The management chair of Blue Lake. And I've been told this year, I mean, normally holidays, the big days, you come in young people. So right now, they don't get intake that we receive. We're helping all the unleadmen, they see that we did, I mean, just instruction for our own, I mean, little bit intake that we receive as here. I mean, in the absence of our national government now, right? But again, all of the delegates are interact. Welcome to Blue Lake. I would like to give a little history about the lake. This is Bombay County. You know, Bombay County was established in 1904 to the Act of Legislation of the legislature. And Bombay County was under Monrovia. I mean, it was lower Monrovia. It was actually called Bombay Territories. At the time, you are not getting a county status. All right. So at this stage, in the year 1950, it's a British American company called Liberia Mining Company. They came to Liberia to carry on explorations of diamond, gold, iron ore, and other important resources. All right. So through the mandate of the Liberian government and by the legislatures that approved the Liberia Mining Company to come to Bombay County to do explorations of those natural resources that Liberia have. So this is normally called Bombay Mountain. But the peak of this mountain was very, very high, the peak of it, all right? But with the involvement of the company who have come to mine our resources in Liberia and in the part of the western region of of Liberia, they started their exploration, they started mining. As I said, they came to Liberia in 1950s. I mean, if you see on the mayor, you see the steps, almost like a graduation, by stages, almost like a step. So they started breaking down the hills, the mountain, until it reached at this point. Yeah? So today, what you have, this hole, this is not, a natural made. This is not a natural made. This is a very well coincidence in the mind of the miners. Their plan was not to have the state to come and create a lake here. No. It came up coincidentally when they started mining. Then they saw the place at mineral, deposit. All right. So there were more concentration placed, on this particular site because they were doing exploration of, as I said, diamond, other important grade of iron ore. All right. So more concentration was placed there. So They will have moving equipment. They started the mining. So if you see the driveway from this side going all the way and so on, I mean there's a raid until then you go all the way down to the river. So when they started their mining, I mean they went as 5,000 feet deep of the depth of the lake. 5,000 feet deep is the depth of the lake. All right. So in the process, I mean, Liberia is so rich with our natural God-given resources to us. I mean, they was going deep into, actually they were targeting the diamond that have been identified by the miners, the blue diamond. All right? I mean, according to the geologists, that diamond, one is extracted from here. I mean, it can actually develop our country. All right? So the mine of the miners, they were actually going there to get to extract that particular diamond out, all right? But as I said, they have moving equipment here in the hole. I mean, excavators and other moving equipment, all in the hole. When they went as 5,000 feet deep of the lake, they planted light posts to see what they were mining, because when they went at that depth of the lake, they needed to have space to see the lights, to see them, because it got dark, all right? So, coincidentally, as I said, one morning when they hit, a rock, next to the blue diamond, what they were chasing up. The next morning when they came back, they saw the area up, with the water, that came out. Yeah, so, meaning the machines, all they have there, everything, as I see, up to this time is still in the lake. All of the machines, up to this time, stay in the lake, all right? So, all of the histories that when we took over the lake, I went to elderly people who actually worked there before and who actually used to work here, and I went to them, they explained to me how the lake came about, all right? So when you see me, they want to say hi to the labor here, get to know about the history of the lake. When you ask elderly people, you will know the history of the things, all right? So many international and national tourists, they come to this site as a tourist attraction, all right? They come to the Blue Lake to come and relax themselves with their family, to enjoy, this quiet area, all right? Because more often they Monrovia is lost, too many activities. And you understand me? So sometimes, most especially our Lebanese friends, nobody pay visiting here at times, all right? But we need the support from central government over there. We were proud and humble the last time we saw, Her Excellency, the First Lady, Madam Claudia, who paid visit here as I'm interacting with you one by one. I explained to her she has so much interest in developing this place. All right? She said she's going to inform the president, and they said, let's came here to do some background, how they want to see the place, how they want to develop the place. We've been beginning to follow up course. So we thought in our mind to flag this in our own mayor. They can also do a follow up. Because this tourism area, other countries depends on, those sites to develop that country. So I think Liberia, we can do the same through the Ministry of Information, Culture, and Tourism. I think we can do better, all right? So as I said, when the volume of the water tries to, come a little bit, they use the pipes. They use pipes to get the water out, but they can't actually afford to actually get the water out, all right? When the UN peacekeeping force were here, the Pakistani contingent, they put all this makeshift, structure now. When they left, it was demolished by we the same young people, all right, because there was not proper management put into place. So under this government, Her Excellency Dr. George Mana, we are to the office of the superintendent, instituted, yes, we have to get the young people involved, engaged, they can manage their own things, right? So we decided to put a system in place, to get little get intake during the holidays time, and we can be able to manage small. So if you see there, as I said, the red, white, and blue, with the traditional grass on top of it and so on. This is the effort of the young people outside, central government own involvement. Trying to aim up, moving. Prior to that, we had the Liberia mining companies, the Blue Lake Mineral Water Company that are operating here. We're producing water in the market. with Master Zing, the body man, Master Zing, Liberia Beverages and Bottling Company. They left because there was a company called Western Cluster needed to come to do explorations here. But I think they had issue with central government and they have a slow pace on their operation here. And you understand me? So just to close up on this one, we stay here, but the water itself was tested and the one from the pump, normally ordinary Liberian drink. This one was most purified. We had tested, they were more purified than the one in the hand pump over there. So the rest that we do, I want to welcome you again. Feel relaxed. This is the Blue Lake. The wonderful talk about Blue Lake over there. And we also anticipate your support for the young people of Bomi County as chairperson and president for the young people of this county. All right? You're coming here over Mayor. We will see the dividends. Thank you so much. God bless you. So, Chairman.
All right. Okay, Honorable Mayor, the Mayor.
We will just stop back briefly. I want to say thank you so much. We were able to listen to your expertise as it relates to the historicity. But we're also privileged as we celebrate our 45 years of existence of Monrovia. We are privileged to have with us the Mayor of Freetown, who have come with us to visit Nigeria the past 2 weeks. I think it was an honor. We got a fool the past 2 weeks, and that gave us this experience about the historical group. And she was very excited, and she also talked to stop by. So we begin to understand, like I said when we were talking, it's about time that we look among ourselves and see how we can foster our shared commonality, where we can strengthen and harness those commonalities for the greater good of our country. Then we can move forward. On this note, I want to say Mr. Lordship, the young man have give you a brief historicity about the Blue Lake that has been caught. You have a journey, we back to Monrovia. We don't want to get to Monrovia. We don't want to see Monrovia in the night. So it's good that we have a time. We love to be here. We enjoy the beauty of this place. But with purpose and time, we beg your indulgence that we come here officially. Your Lordship, I think you'd like to say something about your experience.
Yes, so good. Thank you so much, Chairman. And hello, everybody. Blue Lake young people. This is amazing. It's so beautiful. And I listened to everything you said and your appeal to the government to support. But I think there's something you can do already yourself. This is an asset. This is an asset. Even if it's not harnessed today, it can be harnessed tomorrow. But you need to protect it. What I see over there, the trash, that shouldn't happen. You guys need this. This is your gold. The diamond that you didn't get out, and you may not have got the diamond in your hands like a rock, but this is still a diamond. This can still transform your life because it's breathtakingly beautiful and if properly managed. Even without the government support, you guys can still work on that. But what you have to do is protect it. So my request from you is that you guys clean up and do not allow anyone to put trash on your diamond. This is your goal. This is your future. But Honorable Mayor, Your Lordship, thank you for bringing me here. You know, he said, I want you to see this place, and I'm so glad he did. I'm a neighbor. I live in Sierra Leone. Never heard of the Blue Lake. You know, and this is the conversation we've been having. How can we build those relationships? How can we get tourists coming from Sierra Leone to come and see the Blue Lake? This is how we build our economy. Then you'll have the opportunity, maybe some chalets, a little restaurant, you know, because you're going to get visitors coming. But nobody's going to come if it's full of trash. So you guys need to make sure by the time you're ready, by the time the development is going on, it's still a beautiful place. That's one of the challenges we're struggling with in Freetown. And we're really aware of how important that is. But thank you so much for looking after it. Thank you for sharing the history. And thank you, Honorable Mayor, for giving me the opportunity to see this. I know you guys are going to keep talking. I'm not going to say anymore. I don't want to get in the middle of it.
Yeah. So even though there are some of you here now, but the executive premises of the mayor, you think you make your way through. You didn't want to pay our $200. So what are you here? So that open gate. That's an open gate, mayor. That's an open gate. Let me go buy my water.
Well, folks, that is it. And after here, we will be making our way to Monrovia. So if you're just joining, we want to welcome you. This is Spoon TV. So we'd love to say goodbye for now and